Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Prospectors Cash live stream. We're going to be giving away our XP MI-6 Pinpointer today with the lanyards and the charging cord and all the goodies. Brand new out of the box XP MI-6 is going to be given away today. With that being said, I thought we would talk about pinpointers for a minute and let you know some of the things that I think about the latest pinpointers. We've got some good ones out there. The Nocta AccuPoint is a really good pinpointer. Obviously, I'm a fan of the XP products, and I like the XP MI6 pinpointer. It's the one I use underwater. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we get into this. I also use this pinpointer. This is by Quest. This is a Quest Max with the Magic Holster. This pinpointer comes on when you take it out of the holster. That's the reason I like it. I use it for most of my land hunting when I'm doing videos and stuff because I don't pair my MI6 when I'm doing land hunting. So I might as well just use one that goes beep anyway. And I like this pinpointer. Nice features. It's got a lot of depth and stuff. So really like this one as well. These are my two pinpointers. I used to use a Garrett Carrot like most everyone else, but I give that away to one of our club members that didn't have a pinpointer, and since I had multiple pinpointers, but I'm really liking that Nocta AccuPoint pinpointer. I really like the fact that it can tell you ferrous and non-ferrous targets, and this one can too. This is Quest Max can tell you ferrous and non-ferrous as well. So those are the only two on the market, I think, that tell you both ferrous and non-ferrous targets. But I don't need to know that very often. I just find the target with my metal detector, and then I pinpoint it with this. The purpose of these is not to be a detector; it's to be a pinpointer. So I don't see any use in it doing ferrous and non-ferrous that much, unless you're in a bed full of iron and you just want to find the a non-ferrous target in amongst not a lot of iron. Then it's good. So with that being said, we've got a lot of people in here, and I'll give a few shout outs. We've got 79 Custom Jigs. My friend David, Old Pellon's on here. B. Higgles is on here. Keegan's on here. MD4 Cash is on here. Patty Dishron Ron is on here. Danny N is on here. DK1 Detect. Keegan. Giving a few shout outs here. Let's see. Drew Shepard. Josh Staples. And I think that's it for now. We've got about 17 people on here right now. We got NC Relic Hunter just joined. And talking about our pinpointers, I'm just going to talk about that for a few minutes, and then we'll get right into our drawing. I think that's the reason everybody's on here. I changed the live stream from last night till tonight because I had already put on the rules and regs on joining the contest that I would have it on December 14th, and I didn't look at my calendar. I thought that was on Wednesday, but it wasn't. So instead of having a live stream last night, we're doing it tonight, and we're going to do the live drawing at the end of the live stream here. And tonight's subject, obviously, is going to be pinpointers. And like I said, I'll go over a couple pinpointers that I currently use. And one of them is this Quest pinpointer. It's a really nice pinpointer. I put the little end cap on there. I've used it underwater, works well, charges well, has really nice depth. It'll tell you ferrous and non-ferrous. It comes on as soon as you take it out of the magic holster that comes with it. I don't have the holster up here with me, but you take it out of a holster and it comes on. And pretty nice little pinpointer for hunting. The holster doesn't seem to work underwater though when I take it out of the holster underwater. So not sure why that is, but it does work on land when I'm land hunting. So very nice detector, pinpointer. And other one I use all the time, and this is the new one we're going to be giving away, is the XP MI-6 Pinpointer. Turn it around where you can see the label there. I'm going to go over a few features of this pinpointer just to point out. When you turn the pinpointer on, you'll see the light flash. And what it does is it flashes the number of times. One flash means that it is charged up to, I think, 25 to 30%, something like that. 2 flashes is 60%, and 3 flashes means it's fully charged. So let's turn it on and let's see what it come with straight from the factory. Been sitting at my house for a month. So it looks like we had 1 flash there, so it's down to 30% on charge. This pinpointer is pretty cool. And if you want to change the mode to it, I've got a graph of the modes, but basically mode 1, 2, and 3 are the power on this detector, how deep it goes. So to change the power settings, all you do is hold the button till you hear a tone, and then you press the number of clicks on how much it powers, and then it'll beep to let you know how powerful it is. And I'm just going to show you this on, hold on one second. Oh, found this up here. I'm going to just show you this on a gold nugget. So we got a gold nugget here in my hand, and I'm just going to move this close to it, and you'll see that I'm about 5 inches away from that gold nugget, and it's picking it up. Now, if we change the power settings, just like I showed you, hold this down. We get our beep, press once. It's the low power setting. See, now it's only about an inch away before it picks that gold nugget up. So with that being said, one thing I always hear people talk about on pinpointers is they wonder how deep the pinpointers go. To me, a pinpointer is a pinpointer. It's not about depth. It's about pinpointing. So most of the time, I'm running my pinpointer on the minimum setting because I want to pinpoint the target. I'm not trying to detect the target. I'm trying to pinpoint it. So a good tip on any of the pinpointers you get is if you're coin hunting, run them on a lower setting. You don't really want them to be that deep. If I was to pick this up and we were set it up at the highest number, 2, 3, it's back to the high number. And I was trying to detect a coin. See, I'm like 5 inches away from that nugget. That's not helping me pinpoint. And also, this thing will pick it up on the side. So if it's on the side of the hole, it's going to pick it up. If it's in front of the hole, it's going to pick it up. So it's all the way around this thing. It's 5 inches away. So my advice is to run the thing on its lowest setting, because you are trying to use it as a pinpointer. Another thing about these XP MI6s, trying to turn this one off. Anyway, I'm having trouble turning it off. There it goes. So another thing about the pinpointers, the XP MI6 will pair with the XP ORX. It'll pair with the XP MI6 and the XP Deus 2. So it pairs with all the XP products. What that means is you don't have to have any cords to your pinpointers, your headphones. You can hear everything through your headphones on your thing. So when you turn this on, it's now going to be on in the pinpoint mode, and you can hear it through your headphones, except underwater. It doesn't work underwater like that. So you have to run it in a mode that's like mode 3, like I was just showing you, where it just goes beep on the targets. So anyway, I would just say that, you know, I don't run mine in pairing because I'm doing a lot of filming for YouTube videos. But when I'm hunting by myself and not filming, stuff like that, having it go through your headphones is a nice feature. And it's the way I recommend you run this pinpointer if you got a Deus product. But just using it as a pinpointer, the XP MI6 is a fantastic pinpointer. It's nice and deep. It's actually a little deeper than the AccuPoint pinpointer, a little bit. But with that being said, remember what I just said. You don't want your pinpointer to be super deep. You want it to be a pinpointer, not a metal detector. Anyway, with that being said, that's one of the things. I got some questions here. Stefan asked, is this a U.S. only giveaway? Yes, Stefan. There are expense and restrictions for me sending to different countries. And there are a lot of legal loopholes and things like that when you're sending electronics. So I made it USA only because I didn't want to go through all of the hassles of shipping to another country. So this is only a USA giveaway. There are other rules so that you don't hold this prize forever for somebody not to respond. You have to respond to me, and I'll tell you that after the drawing on how you do that. You have to respond to me within 2 weeks. We give everybody 2 weeks to respond after this video, and hopefully everybody's had a chance to see the drawing video by then. So after you respond, I'll tell you how you have to collect your winning prize. And then we do have some security measures in place. I will email you your valid email that you're registered through YouTube on. I will email you instructions for a comment that you will need to post under the username that you entered this contest. You'll have to reply under that username in the comment field of the XP MI6 drawing video. So wherever you put the keyword XP MI6, you would just reply to that with the text that I send you via email. So I'm going to give you an email address and you can do that. Patty just said she had to send her legend off to get fixed. Well, what happened to that, Patty? I mean, my friend David's got his legend and he's had good luck with it. So just let us know what's going on with your legend. I mean, that's I haven't heard of too many people that's had problems with them, so it's good to that you know that they're pretty reliable. And I know a lot of people. I love the legend. If I didn't have a DS2, the legend would be my second choice of detectors. But since I use a DS2, that's what I'm gonna stay with, and that's what I have. In fact, you'll see we've got David's legend sitting right over there. He's left it here with me for a little bit, so it's sitting over there at the table. And anyway, I think most everybody's on here. If you don't have any questions about pinpointers, I was hoping to answer some questions about pinpointers tonight. And looks like everybody's pretty quiet on here on the chat. So I'm not going to hold everybody up all night waiting for the drawing and the giveaway. So if you guys don't have anything else to say, we'll go and we'll give this thing away and come back. And if you have any closing comments, we'll go to that. So let me get this thing set up for the comments going off here. We're going to go over here to the sharing screen and we're going to share the comment picker, and we're going to go to that. And hopefully everybody can hear me in here. And we are actually ready to pick our winner for the XP MI-6 Pinpointer. And the winner is Cindy Sikorsky, and she's actually a club member out here at the Highland Lakes Metal Detector Club. Congratulations, Cindy. You have won the XP MI-6 Pinpointer. And I know how to get in touch with you, so I don't even have to bother with all the email stuff. But I was going to tell everybody how I do it on here, so we'll just go through the fundamentals here. I actually know this lady. We had a lot of people enter from Lone Star Diggers and Waco Club and things like that. So there's a lot of people on here I already know through the local clubs that I'm a member of here in Texas. So Cindy just happens to be one of those people. So congratulations, Cindy. You have won the XP MI-6 Pinpointer. And here's how you claim your prize. You'll email your shipping address to tom@tomashworth.com. I will reply with a secret message that you have to cut and paste into your comment under where you posted the XP MI-6 to enter the contest. That you just reply to that comment with it. I'll email those instructions to you as well, and give you a direct link in the email when you send it to me. And once you reply, I will get this off to you, and hope you enjoy your new Christmas present. Thanks, Cindy, for entering. I appreciate that. So, with that being said, looks like we have a few things on here. Patty says her backlight quit the other day, and I was out and just went crazy. Changed all my settings, had to reset in the field. Wow. That's sorry to hear that, Patty. That's bad. Drew said, sorry to hear that, Patty. I hate that. Cindy's on here. Well, Cindy, congratulations. I'm glad you won the new pinpointer, man. That's awesome. I'm really glad that somebody I know won it, but we had a lot of entries from all over the U.S. We had a grand total of I believe 174 people entered this contest. So it was a lot better odds of winning this and winning the lottery. And so congratulations, Cindy. I'm glad you won the pinpointer. Let's see. We have a lot of people thanking you on here, saying congratulations. Patty says she'd been using her Simplex and Technetics Delta 4000. Well, Simplex I don't know much about the Technetics. I never used Technetics much. I know they were popular a while back, but I know the Simplex is a good machine. You know, uh, as Drew says here, Drew says that he has a Simplex and he absolutely loves it. And you are absolutely right. Legend is one of my top favorite machines. I mean, um, with that being said, I'm not sure why my video's not coming back up. Well, I'm not sure about that. My video's gone away, guys. So let me see what's going on. It's there, but it's not there. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Something must have glitched out on YouTube on the software I'm using when I went to over to the spinning wheel. Um, anyway, the Legend is a great machine. I love the Legend, and if I did not have a Deus 2, I would probably be hunting with a Legend right now. For $500, you cannot beat the Legend. It's as Calabash just said, he did some field testing, and he shows that maybe the Deus 2 and the Manicore have about an inch or two depth advantage on the beach um, over the Legend. But a lot of that could be the way I think he's just using factory stock programs, or I don't know. He might have been running a max. I don't know, but it may, you might be able to tweak it and get a little bit more depth out of it once you get used to it. But anyway, I think the Legend is probably the detector for the least amount of price. It does pretty much everything that my Deus 2 does, except it's not wireless. It's doesn't have a 5-year warranty. Doesn't has a Deus 2 has for $1,000 more has a few more features, obviously, but it's it's one of those machines that I think is a great machine that you could use for many, many years to come. So Drew says, I'm thinking about upgrading to Legend. Can't go wrong with that, Drew. I think it's a great machine. And Brian says, Hi, Tom. I'm Brian, a new sub. Well, thanks for subscribing. I love my subscribers, Brian. I'm going to talk about my upcoming giveaway here shortly. And I'm glad you're on here. And thanks for showing up. And appreciate that. So, our next thing that I want to show you guys, I'm going to hide this and show you on the bottom scrolling screen here. Our next giveaway will be a MindLab Xterra Pro, which is sitting right back there in that box right there. Okay, so it's a MindLab metal detector. And so I think we're going to have the giveaway video posted before next Wednesday night live stream. And so I'll have that posted and hope you guys join me on the live stream at 7 p.m. next Wednesday night. But we're going to have the new giveaway video on the live stream. So we are giving away a MindLab Xterra Pro, as it says, scrolling across the bottom of the screen there. We are going to be giving that away on March, I believe. Don't get me the hold up on the date. It's the middle of March. Um, anyway, it's going to be on a Wednesday night. I'm going to make sure it's on a Wednesday night, but we'll have all the details, um, in the giveaway video after the next Wednesday night live stream. So if you guys are interested in the next video in the giveaway coming up, it's going to be an MindLab Xterra Pro metal detector, which is a nice detector. So I hope you guys come back and check that out. Brian says, I love my Dash 2 for diving, dive shaft, bone conducting headphones. Can't go wrong. Yep, I got that right there. Dive shaft, bone conducting headphones. Same thing. I love it. I use Blue 3 Nemo in shallow waters, and we can put tanks on if we need to go deeper. Brian also says, heard a story about lower sensitivity on the Pinpointer. Do you also lose low settings while diving? Yeah, I kind of do, because most of the areas I hunt in, you can just kind of, I mean, like the Guadalupe San Marcos, the Comel, most of the lakes around here, you can fan the sand, and you get down to a hard packed layer pretty quick. So yeah, I use the lower setting. I kind of use the mid setting. I'll be honest with you, Brian. It's the reason being is underwater. Um, it's a little harder to hear um, the pinpointer, so you have to kind of stop breathing amongst it in between when you're using air underwater. So I kind of keep it where it's a little bit more sensitive underwater. I think a mid settings where I keep it most of the time, but I don't want it really, picking up a long way away. Like I said, if you dig a hole and it's picking up on the side of the hole and you keep digging straight down, it's not doing you any good. You're not really pinpointing. So I do like a lower, uh, lower sensitivity most of the time on the pinpointers. I mean, really, a pinpointer, if it picks up that far away, that's good. But if it picks up that far away and on all the sides, you know, you could have a big hole and, you're not really pinpointing. It could be on the side of the hole and you're not really hitting it. So, um, so I kind of like to keep it lower on land, because you can hear it on land, but underwater, maybe run it up to, the middle setting, which you push this pinpointer twice and it goes to the mid setting. And that's the thing about learning this thing. It has all kinds of tones. You can set the tones, you know, uh, right now it's set to pitch, I think, from the factory, but you can change the tone settings on it as well. And you can also change them through your XP Deus on there. Patty says, sweet. I'm glad you like our giveaway prize we're going to be giving away. And like I said, I hope we have a lot of people entering for that, and look forward to seeing a big entry on that. Is our My prospector cash channel is growing quite a bit. I'm sorry I haven't posted any new videos on there lately. We have been getting ready for Christmas, a lot of other things going on. It's kind of made things a little more difficult uh, lately. So we're gonna have some new videos. I'm gonna be coming out with a new series coming soon on metal detecting, and I hope you guys enjoy that. It's gonna basically be a series going from uh, entry level metal detecting all the way up through advanced detecting, and I'm just going to try to keep that series running. Uh, I've got about 50 years detecting experience. I used to be a dealer. I was a dealer in Oregon. That's hence the name Prospectors Cash. We used to own the business up there, Prospectors Cash, and I sold that business to another company. And anyway, they let me keep my name, tomashworth.com, my domain name there on, not my name, but no, you know what I mean, the domain name. But, so I kept that on my website, and we're going to be doing a lot of stuff on the website coming up there. And, uh, anyway, basically, there's going to be a lot of stuff happening coming up here. We're going into winter, and I'm hoping to start that series on metal detecting, and it's going to just be a weekly new subject testing, and it's going to be in chapters going through metal detecting, all the way from how to use your detector all the way to advanced settings, all the way to how to research, all the way to gold prospecting with a metal detector, underwater metal detecting. And I'm going to be covering all of that stuff coming up this next year on the Prospector's Cache. So if you haven't subscribe and like all my videos and help the channel grow. It keeps me encouraged to give more away back to my subscribers, and it also um, lets me do some of the things I do and know that I'm not just talking to an empty camera myself. So I mean, it really helps when I know people appreciate what I'm producing for content. So if you guys could help me out by liking, subscribing, telling your friends about my channel, I really would appreciate it. Um, Patty says she's got a cheap pinpointer from Amazon. A lot of people start like that. They've got those ones that look like the Garrett pinpointer on there. And some of them work, some of them don't work, but there's some good ones. And says she's thinking about getting an AccuPoint pinpointer. You can't go wrong with that. That's a good pinpointer. Uh, I don't know. It's a draw, I think, between three pinpointers in my mind. These two and the AccuPoint. So I like this Quest with the Magic holster. I really like that because I just draw it on. I have to turn it on, draw it out of on the deal. And also, you guys watched in the video. My friend David just pointed that out. He pointed out that a lot of times people start my videos and aren't watching all the way to the end. I guess it's because I'm boring or something, but it really does help me on watch time on YouTube and lets me know that my videos aren't boring. And 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 Drew mentions everyone hitting the like button. I really appreciate my likes. Sure do appreciate that. And Brian on here talks about my first was for dock from Amazon, a 4 dock from Amazon. I've never heard of that one. It was and it is still a great pinpointer, a great starter pinpointer. Still have it. Yeah, I got a friend of mine who's using an Amazon pinpointer, and it's still working. He's been using it 3 years. And Patty says she's only been detecting 3 years. Best hobby ever. Well, after you like me and you've been doing it 50 years, it's still a great hobby. I learn all the time. Uh, I go and metal detect all kinds of great stuff. I mean, you can find nuggets. You know find big old nuggets. You can find Rolexes. Uh, you can find coins and silver rounds and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, um, I found my share of treasure over the years. I've got quite a bit that I've found, and I still have things on my bucket list. I want to go to England so bad to hunt. Never been there. That's a place that I really want to go and hunt. I'd also uh, got some friends out in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia area. I want to go out there and do some Civil War relic hunting. Civil War relic hunted in Alabama before, um, in rivers, and I did okay. I got a few 3 ringers and things like that, but I mean, most of the battlefield was northern Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, and it did get down to Alabama some, but not like those states. And I really would like to hit some of those areas out there with battlefields. I really would think it'd be fun to go relic hunting for Civil War stuff. Not because I really don't have that much Civil War stuff. I mean, most of my stuff is found underwater hunting. So that's just something I really want to do is underwater hunt and for Civil War relics. So uh, there are people out there that hunt for Civil War stuff underwater all the time. I know several that have found good stuff underwater, Civil War areas. So I'd like to do that. It's kind of on my bucket list of things to do, and also go to England. I'd really like to hit some of those fields in England and do some hunting for some of those, you know, before Christ, before BC era, AD era coins, some of the Roman stuff and stuff that they had, that are really old. I'd really like to find some of that stuff. As of right now, my oldest coin is around 1535. And Bama Detecting Adventure have thousands of pages on Wilson Raid through Alabama. There quite a bit have actually happened here. They camped in my town and fought here too. Yeah, I know. There's a lot in Alabama. I mean, I was born in Alabama. I was born in a little town called Boas, Alabama, and I detected there for years. My dad lived there. He detected. Um, and anyway, um, he's been passed on for a lot of few years, and I haven't been back there since he passed away. But I used to go detecting with him quite often there, looking for Civil War stuff. And anyway, he was an avid detector as well. Uh, so I kind of got him into the hobby, and me and him hunted together. Brian says 1535. Nice. Well, I got better news, Brian. I found 96 of those. I found 2, 4, and 8 reals, all from the 1530s. So they were all, uh, you know, uh, they were all made in Matagorda, Mexico, and it was, you know, all of them basically washed up here on the Texas coast, and we actually found a place where we could find a bunch of them. So uh, that's one of my old things. We found that during in the 1980s is when I found those. Oh yeah, I know where Montevallo is, so you can tell I'm from Alabama. I kind of grew up in the Boas, Gadsden, Albertville area, so that was where my home area was. Spent a lot of time in Birmingham, so anyway, Bama Detecting Adventures. I know Alabama pretty well, and they do have a lot of stuff out there, a lot of older stuff. Um, I used to specialize in hunting old moonshine stills. That was my favorite thing. But after getting run off of a couple, I decided that wasn't for me. That's kind of funny. Um, yeah, the University of Montevallo, they did camp there. And if I remember right, there were some old Indian mounds in there too, in that area. Moundville, I think, is the name of the town. Isn't that close to Montevallo, if I remember right? So I got my first 1966 10-karat gold class ring in February of this year. Got a bucket lister off your list. Okay. Well, Patty, I'll tell you a little secret. Water hunting is the way to go to find rings. Rings and jewelry. I've found thousands of them over my lifetime. And those you'll find all kinds of stuff. A lot now we're finding things that the most common thing I find in rivers are beer cans and followed by vapes now. And but I do find a lot of cell phones and that kind of stuff. And anyway, so those are some of the things that I find in rivers. But you find a lot of rings, a lot of class rings, a lot of earrings, a lot of broken jewelry, chains, that kind of stuff. When kids get to playing in the water and that kind of stuff. And Brian says he's overjoyed to find his first V nickel today. Wow, that's awesome. V nickel. I was going to show you guys if I can find it. Hold on one second. Here one of them is. I don't know how good it'll show up, but here is what a 1535 Spanish real looks like. I don't know if you guys can see the detail in that or not, but that's what it looks like. So anyway, those are some things I like. I'm just primarily a water hunter. I was a Navy diver. I love to dive and always been a diver. So uh, diving is kind of my thing. It's in my blood. Yeah. So yeah. So give it a try. Give it a try this summer. I think you'll like water hunting, even if you only wait. I mean, you've got an underwater detector with your Nocta Legend. So give it a try and see how good you do. Um, well, thank you, Bam. I appreciate that. There's a lot of vets out there, and I appreciate everybody's service. We just went through December 7th, and I have barely heard mention of Pearl Harbor Day. It was kind of disappointing. I listened to several news programs, and very few people even mentioned Pearl Harbor. Uh, the attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7th. So I hated hearing that, and that's kind of, I guess, the way we're going. There are a lot of people like me, and in the 70-year-old range. Um, our Vietnam vets. I'm a Vietnam vet, so there were I think we just lost our last World War I vet, recently, and those guys, World War I, World War II, Korean War vets, they are getting in an age that we're not going to have many of those guys around, and those are the guys that help build this country. And anyway, I get off my soapbox. I really love my vets, and I want to thank everybody for their service. 36 hours of diving, the Blue 3 Nemo. Looking forward to more. A ton of rings, like you said. Yeah, Brian. I mean, the Nemo is great. I'm really wanting to get that Nomad Mini. It's a little deeper, but I don't know. Budget doesn't call for it right now, so I'm not going to be able to get it. But that's another thing on my bucket list. I'd like the Nomad Mini. You hear that, Blue 3? Send me one. I'd appreciate it. Uh, anyway, I'll give them a good review if they send me one. Uh, I promise. I promise I'll give you a good review. I'll even fake it if it's a bad product. No, I'm just joking. I would never do that. If it's a bad product, I'm going to tell you about it. In fact, I we had a issue with my Blue 3, and I told everybody about it, the problem I had, and I sent it back to Blue 3, and they promptly replaced it with a brand new one. And I'm more than happy with Blue 3 service. They are fantastic to deal with, and they've got a great product. I really like it, and I think that I think you can't go wrong dealing. I call them Blue 3, but it's actually blue. The 3 is supposed to be an E backwards, but I'll never quit calling Blue 3 because it looks like Blue 3 to me, and that's what I call them. Yeah, so Babbitt, Texas says, our great grandfather's in the CSA. All right. Was in the Navy in World War II. Another great uncle's Marine Purple Heart, World War II. Well, fantastic. Um, I come from a line of Navy guys. My son was in the Navy. I was in the Navy. My father's in the Navy. My grandfather's in the Navy. His father was in the Navy. So we got a lot of water in my blood. I mean, a lot of people like me are in my family are all Navy people. Uh, so we're kind of partial to Navy. You'll see over here, I got like a Navy banner back there behind my head, right back on the wall back there. Anyway, I love the Navy. Anyway, guys, I've been on here about 45 minutes, and I want to congratulate Cindy on winning the uh, XP MI-6 Pinpointer. It couldn't happen to a nicer lady. She is super nice lady, and we love having her in the Highland Lakes Metal Detecting Club. And congratulations, Cindy. And I hope to see all of you back on here next Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I don't know why I keep saying Eastern Standard Time, Central Standard Time. And so next Wednesday night, join us for our next live stream. And we are going to be discussing we're going to be first of all discussing what our latest giveaway is and some features on that machine. And we're going to be uh, probably discussing some of the videos that I'm going to release later in the week. Anyway, thank you guys, and I really do appreciate your support in the channel and helping my channel grow. And I'm gonna close it out with saying God bless you guys, and I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. Thanks for joining me. Bye.